What if the ocean is secretly controlling Earth's climate right now? You might not feel it, but the ocean is shaping your weather daily. Every storm, heat wave, and rainfall begins with the sea's influence. Imagine a system so large it covers most of our planet. That system quietly regulates temperature across the entire Earth. The ocean is not just water, it is a global climate engine. It absorbs heat from the sun and stores it for years. Then it slowly releases that heat back into the atmosphere. This process decides how warm or cold different regions become. Without the ocean, Earth would be far more extreme. Summers would scorch harder, and winters would freeze deeper. Life as we know it would struggle to survive. But how does water control something as massive as climate? The answer lies in ocean currents moving across the planet. These currents act like invisible rivers inside the sea. They transport heat from the equator toward the poles. This redistributes energy across the entire Earth system. Warm water flows like a conveyor belt through the oceans. Cold water returns to balance the cycle continuously. This movement is slow but incredibly powerful over time. It shapes weather patterns on every continent. It influences rainfall, droughts, and seasonal changes globally. Even monsoons depend on ocean temperature shifts. The ocean silently decides where storms will form. Hurricanes are born from warm ocean surface temperatures. Without that warmth, many storms would never exist. The ocean is constantly exchanging heat with the atmosphere. This exchange controls global temperature stability. Carbon dioxide also plays a major role in this system. The ocean absorbs large amounts of CO2 from the air. This helps reduce the speed of global warming. Tiny organisms in the ocean contribute to this balance. They absorb carbon and help regulate oxygen levels. These invisible processes support all life on Earth. Yet most people never think about this connection. The ocean feels distant, but it is deeply connected to us. Every breath you take is influenced by ocean life. Every season you experience is shaped by ocean behavior. The system is massive, yet delicately balanced. Even a small change in ocean temperature can shift climate patterns. Scientists study these changes to predict future weather. But the ocean still holds many unanswered questions. What happens when this system becomes unstable? Could Earth's climate change faster than we expect? These questions make the ocean even more important to understand, because it is not just part of Earth's climate system. It is the foundation of it, and without it, the planet would be unrecognizable. The deeper we study it, the more powerful it becomes. Yet most of its influence remains invisible to us. Hidden beneath waves, currents are constantly in motion, carrying heat, nutrients, and energy across oceans, shaping ecosystems and weather at the same time. It is a silent force working every second of every day. And we are only beginning to understand how it works. The ocean is not passive water sitting still. It is an active system driving planetary balance. Every drop plays a role in global stability, and every shift matters more than we realize. This hidden system raises a powerful question. How much control does the ocean truly have over us? And what happens if we disturb that balance? The answers may change how we see Earth forever, because the ocean is more powerful than it looks, and its influence reaches everywhere we live. Even when we cannot see it directly, it shapes the air, land, and sky together and connects them into one system, a system we depend on every single day, yet barely understand fully. The story of climate begins in the ocean, and it continues beneath its surface. What we discover next will surprise many, because the ocean still holds its greatest secrets, and they are closer than we think. Deep ocean currents act like a global conveyor belt system. Warm water from the equator moves towards colder regions. Cold water sinks and travels back towards warmer areas. This constant cycle balances Earth's temperature distribution. One famous system is the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation. It plays a key role in regulating Europe's mild climate. Without it, parts of Europe would become much colder. Ocean currents also influence rainfall patterns worldwide. When sea temperatures rise, evaporation increases significantly. This creates more moisture in the atmosphere. That moisture later falls as rain or storms. Monsoon systems depend heavily on these ocean changes. In regions like South Asia, this impact is crucial. Even small ocean temperature shifts can alter monsoon strength. That affects agriculture, water supply, and daily life. The ocean also absorbs over 90% of excess heat. This prevents Earth from overheating too quickly. Without this absorption, global temperatures would rise rapidly. Heat is stored deep within ocean layers for decades. Then it slowly returns to the surface over time. This delay helps stabilize climate fluctuations, but it also hides long-term warming effects. Scientists track ocean heat to understand climate change. Rising ocean temperatures signal future atmospheric changes. Another key process is the carbon cycle in oceans. Carbon dioxide dissolves directly into seawater. Marine organisms then use carbon for biological processes. When they die, some carbon sinks to the seafloor. This locks carbon away for thousands of years. This natural storage system helps regulate greenhouse gases. Phytoplankton play a major role in this cycle. These microscopic organisms produce a large portion of oxygen. They depend on nutrients carried by deep ocean currents. Without them, Earth's oxygen balance would change drastically. Ocean circulation distributes these nutrients globally. It connects surface life with deep ocean ecosystems. Everything works in a delicate balance system. If one part changes, the entire system responds. That is why scientists monitor ocean health closely. Satellites track sea surface temperatures continuously. Deep sea sensors measure pressure, heat, and salinity. These measurements help predict climate trends, but the system is still too complex to fully understand. Many interactions remain hidden beneath the surface. Sudden changes in currents can shift global weather. El Niño and La Niña are clear examples of this. They alter rainfall, storms, and temperatures worldwide. These cycles begin in the Pacific Ocean, but their effects are felt across the entire planet. This shows how interconnected Earth systems truly are. The ocean is not just reacting to climate, it is actively shaping it every moment. Scientists now view it as Earth's control center, a system that balances heat, carbon, and life. But even this control system is changing. Rising temperatures are affecting ocean circulation patterns. Ice melt is altering salt levels in key regions. These changes could slow down major currents. That would dramatically reshape global climate systems. Some regions could become colder whilst others warmer. Weather patterns could become more extreme and unpredictable. This is why ocean research is so critical today, because small changes now may have large future impacts. The ocean is both protector and indicator of climate. It shows us what is happening long before we feel it. It is the planet's early warning system, and it is already sending signals. The question is whether we are paying attention. Because what happens in the ocean does not stay there. It always comes back to the surface, affecting every continent and every life form, in ways both visible and invisible. The deeper we study it, the clearer it becomes. The ocean is not separate from climate. It is climate itself in motion. The ocean is not just influencing climate. It is the foundation of Earth's climate system. Every weather pattern begins with ocean conditions. Every storm is shaped by ocean heat and moisture. Every season is influenced by ocean currents. This makes the ocean essential for life on Earth. Without it, climate would become extremely unstable. Many ecosystems would collapse quickly. Human civilization would face severe challenges. Agriculture depends heavily on ocean-driven weather. Water cycles are controlled by ocean evaporation. Even droughts are linked to ocean temperature changes. This connection is constant and unavoidable, yet most people rarely think about it. The ocean feels distant, but it is always present. It is shaping your environment every single day. This realization changes how we see the planet. We are not separate from the ocean. We are part of its system, and that system is fragile. Pollution and warming are disrupting its balance. Ice melt is changing ocean circulation patterns. These shifts may alter global weather permanently. Scientists warn of long-term climate consequences. The ocean is telling us something important, but are we listening closely enough? It is both a protector and a warning signal. It absorbs damage but has its limits. Once those limits are crossed, systems break. That could reshape Earth's future climate entirely. The responsibility lies with human action. Reducing emissions can help stabilize oceans. Protecting marine ecosystems supports climate balance. Every decision has a global effect. Small changes can create large outcomes. The ocean responds to everything we do. Even actions far inland eventually reach it. Through rivers, air, and global cycles, nothing is truly disconnected on Earth. The ocean proves that constantly. It is a living system of balance, one that has sustained life for millions of years, but it is now under pressure, and its future affects our own. Understanding this connection is crucial, because awareness leads to action, and action leads to change. The ocean is not just water. It is Earth's heartbeat in motion, and we depend on its rhythm. If that rhythm changes too much, everything changes. Weather, food, water, and life itself. That is the reality of our planet, a deeply connected system we are part of. Not observers, but participants. The ocean is speaking through climate itself. Through storms, heat waves, and shifting seasons, it is sending clear signals. Signals we cannot afford to ignore, because the future depends on understanding them and responding wisely. The story of climate is still unfolding, and the ocean is writing every chapter. Its role is larger than we imagined, and more critical than ever before. What we do now matters deeply, for today and for generations ahead. The ocean is not separate from us. It is part of our survival, and it always has been. The real question is awareness and whether we act in time, because the ocean will continue its role. With or without our understanding, but our future depends on it. The ocean is not just influencing climate.